Hi everyone! Today we're going to read Dude's Mystery at the Museum, as told by Christopher Hayden and seen by Alan Peoples. And I'd like to thank the Delaware Museum of Natural History for letting me read this book with you. So, Dude's Mystery at the Museum. One evening, not too long ago, Big Guy and I were on one of our regular mouse patrols in the exhibits after closing. Big Guy is my boss at the Delaware Museum of Natural History. My name is Dude, and I'm the museum's official cat, mascot, and resident rodent repeller. Anyway, when we got to the big room called the Dinosaur Gallery, I sensed something was wrong. It's home to the towering skeletons of Yangchanosaurus and Tujongosaurus. It's easier for me to call them Yang and Tu, though, so I do. Looking up at them, I saw Tu wasn't all there. One of his rib bones was missing. It was just gone. Someone must have taken it. Big Guy didn't appear to notice the absent bone. I knew I had to find it before he did notice. He did notice. The bone obviously was somewhere in the museum. It was too big to hide easily, and security officer would not have let anybody carry it out of the museum. So where was it? There had to be witnesses. I looked over all the birds perched behind the glass in the windows surrounding Yang and Tu. They must have seen what happened. However, not a peep, a chirp, a squawk from any of them. Not from the eagles, nor the falcons, nor the ruffed grouse, not even the kiwi. I should have realized they only pay attention to things they can eat. Right then, I knew I would have to find the bone on my own. I thought a good place to start would be to check the animals in the African watering hole in the Hall of Mammals when we got there on our rounds. On our way, I checked out the giant squid hanging high above the entranceway. I saw right away that it didn't have the bone. It didn't even have any bones to call its own. Moving ever closer to the sounds of the watering hole, I passed the anteater, the good old crocodile, and the cheetah. When I trotted into the Hall of Mammals, I looked at all of the creatures posed inside their various windows. I passed the opossums, the ermine, and the raccoon. None of them had anything to say about the bone or anything else. Neither did the muskrat. At the watering hole, I was again greeted by silence and absolutely no sign of the bone. The lion and wildebeest didn't say a word. The warthog and bush pig kept their mouths shut. The impala was too distracted to answer any questions. Perched high on the wall opposite the watering hole, the leopards should have seen everything that happened, but they weren't talking. I admit that I was getting as nervous as if I was on a hot tin roof. I was running out of places to look and had no clues. Nevertheless, it was onto the shell gallery. It was filled with all types of shells, like scallops and nautilus, plus the giant clam shell. Not a bone around, and definitely not at the bottom of the coral reef that we walked over on the way in. Same with the mineral gallery. It was full of stones, but no bones. Only the nature nook was left. Kids love exploring in there. I do too, but that evening I had an important task. I took a quick look inside the eagle's nest, checked out around the tree, and trotted through the cave. There's a picture of me painted on the wall in the nature nook, so naturally I had to look at that too, but no bones anywhere. When we left the Nature Nook, I got really disappointed. I had failed to solve the mystery of the missing bone. Then, out of nowhere, I heard happy whistling coming from the Dinosaur Gallery. Big Guy told me it was the exhibits manager working late. We walked into the room to find exhibits manager on the tallest stepladder I have ever seen. He was whistling to himself as he wired 2's rib bone back in place. As it turns out, Big Guy knew all along what was going on. The wire holding the rib on the skeleton had snapped and the bone fell to the floor. He didn't notice it was missing because he knew where it was. You would think he'd have told me so. I wouldn't worry. He is always telling me what a great watch cat I am, making sure everything is perfect for the visiting kids to enjoy. And on the back, it says about the author. Name, Dude. Occupation, museum cat. Motto, dogs are pets, cats are partners. Favorite pastime, convincing people to rub my tummy. And friends, Chris Hayden, the facilities manager at the Delaware Museum of Natural History, and Alan Peoples, an artist who draws great pictures. So that is Dude's Mystery at the Museum. Again, thanks to the Delaware Museum of Natural History.